This painting is amazing. It's called Energy because a customer wanted a painting that had that feeling. So I painted a feeling. And what turned out were these wefts of paint. This one stands 2.5 inches high in relief off the surface. And it's on a hard panel to support the weight of this paint. I'll show you the back side. So you can see it's on a really sturdy support. If I were to paint all this on a canvas, it would sink. And so this is a good support for that. This painting took about a couple of months to make. I had to figure out the drying process because paint that's thicker than an inch just really won't dry. So I had to figure out a way to make it dry, and I don't know if I want to share that secret yet, but this painting is really cool. This is made after an illustration I drew for a sleep therapist once that was illustrating the wavelengths of being active during the day. When your body moves around, you're hotter. And when you're inactive at night, your body's cooler. And it goes into these cooler color stages down low on the bottom part of the wavelength. And then when you come up during the day, you have more energy. So that's what I tried to illustrate, is the warm colors here of energy, red, orange, yellow, and the contrast of the cooler colors, greens and blues, in the distance. So you might see several colors like pink here, here, here. They all kind of go in these waves. And that's what I thought of, energy, a ball of energy just going out. And if you use this in the world of affirmations, what you put out as far as energy, the waves will ripple back to you, and that's what you'll get. So this is kind of a really neat piece on your thoughts, what you think, and how you can raise your level of energy in your mind to where you're attracting higher things back to you in life. So I hope this piece can really inspire. It certainly has put a warm glow on the walls of my studio room. So I just wanted to show you this piece in person so that you have no excuse to not see this in person. Here it is turned for you. You can see the sides, how high they are, how sticky the paint is. So you don't want to put paper or cardboard or nothing. You don't want to touch this to anything. This could be turned a few different ways. So you could have a brand new painting every now and then. So this is what it looks like turned on the left. So with an abstract, that's kind of great because you can turn it different ways and get a whole new painting. 4 paintings in one. So you can see that the paint itself creates the shadows, and that's what I think is really neat. And when I was trying to get my art in real physical galleries, I was put down for this, you know, that I should practice and learn to get better in making the shadows and stuff, but realism is not my thing. You know, I like the paint being so thick that it creates its own shadows in the world, and that's just really fascinating to me. Unique, new, different, and so screw the physical galleries. I'm trying to make my own galleries online so that no matter where you are, you don't have to go away from Hong Kong over to here to see this. All you gotta do is look at the pictures and watch the videos that I'm putting up online so that you could see this in person, as if you were in person. So this is the energy painting. You can see the shadow that it makes on the backdrop. This paint's flexible. See that? It moves. You don't want to touch it, that's why I kind of put, you can touch it, the touchable painting, but what happens is if you're interested in any archival reasons of, you know, this lasting over time or handing down, you might want to try avoid using the oils on your fingers and touching this. Use gloves if you want to touch it, gloves that are clean. Because grease, smoke, you know, elements, any kind of pollutants in the air, cigarette smoke, cooking grease, all that stuff kind of rests on the painting along with dust. And so you may be able to dust it with a duster over time, but it's hard to get out ingrained stuff over time that doesn't need to be. So that's a little bit on how to take care of it. One other thing is that the edges are finished. See that? They are painted all along the edges so that you see the view of the painting all the way around, and it's a more professional look. You can still have this sort of thing framed if you want, because some of the paint goes off the edges. I would put a spacer or leave some space in between and a mat and maybe some molding or something to make a nice transition in it, and then the frame, you know, a little farther out to house this. But this is pretty heavy, and right now I am going to find a scale to weigh it so I can know that much more about this piece. What I know so far is that it took 2 gallons of paint to put on here, 2 months to make, 2.5 inches high, highest point. I tried various different methods to get paint on here. I tried using a few stencils that were rounded, but then this didn't give me the height I wanted, so I tried some other techniques. Alright, this is the energy painting. This is the palette from the energy painting, and look at this, it just peels right off. And look at that, it created a whole other painting. How cool is that?